Rick Bucher was on the herd, and he said that it was a done deal for Kevin Durant to go to the New York Knicks.
From everything I've heard, it's done.
He's leaving.
Yes, he's leaving.
What?
Kevin Durant has never been fully embraced by the Warriors faithful.
The fans.
Yes. And has never, I think, from even a national perspective, has been given the just due that you would expect for a guy who has been the NBA Finals MVP of their last two championships.
Because they love Steph so much.
It's still Steph's team.
Rick cited that the diehard Golden State Warrior fans never embraced Kevin Durant like they embraced Stephen Curry, and it wasn't really his team, it was Steph's team, and that he was just looking to make a mark. It's sort of similar to what happened with LeBron in Miami, where even though LeBron was accepted in Miami, everybody still felt like Wade was the more popular guy. Wade was a Miami Heat player through and through, Wade County, etc., etc. This is the cautionary tale I have for any player that wants to go to New York and lets it be known. I can respect a player that goes to the New York Knicks and it was never known. Nobody could guess it. Nobody could finagle it, finesse it. Nobody could understand where it came from. Look at Amari Stoudemire. Look at matter of fact, Patrick Ewing got drafted by the Knicks. Look at Patrick Ewing. Look at Amari Stoudemire. Look at Carmelo Anthony. All those guys. Look at even Jeff Van Gundy. A guy that coached the Knicks to great records and stuff like that. All of those guys are essentially badmouthed by the Knicks. They basically don't get no respect. When they get there, they're beloved for like a month or two. If the team starts losing, everything is their fault. They need to play better. They're not that great, etc., etc. We wanted Denver Carmelo Anthony. We're not getting him. And Carmelo didn't even play that bad when he was on the Knicks. Amari Stoudemire is always hurt. We need to trade Amari. We need to get rid of Tyson Chandler. Everybody that goes there at first, loved. And then like the next 5 to 10, I'm not going to say 5 to 10 minutes. After the win streak dies down, so I'm going to say after 30 games, you're the most hated. You're public enemy number one in the entire NBA. That's my cautionary tale for Kevin Durant, who's essentially in the best situation a player can be. You are surrounded by like-minded guys who play the game almost the same exact way that you play the game. You're a little more isolation, but you're with guys that know how to play the game, know how to win, want to win. It's a brotherhood. It's a fraternity. You're successful. You're going to move into a new building. Your stock has only risen. They actually had a poll where Kevin Durant was actually up there amongst one of the greatest of all time. Like, he could actually put himself up there with the greatest of all time now, due to the fact that he's won championships with the Golden State Warriors, won finals MVPs with the Golden State Warriors. Why would you want to dismantle that to go to the New York Knicks just to say that, hey, I could possibly win a title in New York, when New York is not run properly? You know, people think like the Los Angeles Lakers are like a dumpster fire and all this crazy stuff. If the Lakers were in the East, they'll be fine. It's just the Lakers are in the West, which makes it's hard to get out of the West. But the Knicks are something completely different. See what I'm saying? So Kevin Durant really, the only way he should consider going to the New York Knicks is if they can 100% definitively say, we have a Kyrie Irving coming there. We have a Jimmy Butler. We have another star coming there with you. That's a young guy just like you that we know we could build around you too definitively. Other than that, don't go there. And I mean this. I live close to New York. I know diehard Knicks fans. I watch Knicks games all the time. But I know how these fans work. I know how the organization works. It is a very, very, very disjointed organization. And at times, like when you look at what Grenfell did, I think OGM of the Pacers, he got rid of all the problems with all the contracts or whatever the case is. He had cap space. All Melo had to do was wait, go to the next year on free agency. He couldn't wait. They traded all these guys, Gallinari, Wilson Chandler. It's just like they make mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. Look at all the players they didn't have before. They had Zach Randolph before, Jamal Crawford before. Like, all these players that they got rid of prematurely or just couldn't keep. They had great coaches in Larry Brown. They had great coaches. I mean, Phil Jackson wasn't a great GM or whatever, but great basketball mind and Phil Jackson. Basketball minds. They really couldn't keep him there. Then you got the owner, which is like, it's almost like he's running. It's like a tyranny, and it's just a big mess for Kevin Durant to go land himself in and think him as the player, as sensitive as he is with the media, he's going to be able to change that. You think Golden State media is bad? Golden State media, they throw you like steaks. Them little questions, they throw you as steaks. Them New York fans, they're really bad. And you're going to have some, if you have some bad games or you get eliminated from the playoffs or you don't make it to the finals, because Kevin Durant to the Knicks, people are going to expect him to make it to the finals because it's the East. So if you don't make it to at least Eastern Conference Finals, NBA Finals, you're gonna be on your coach is gonna be on the Michael K show trying to figure out what happened to you. That's what's gonna happen. I would say stay in Golden State at least one more year. Try to go, if you could go 3 straight this year, try to go for 4 straight. Nobody's done this in the modern era. That's something Jordan can't say he did. None of these guys can say that they did. Do that. Build on what you already have. If you could get 4 chips or 4 chips, what's the point of leaving? I don't get why does everybody want to play Captain Save-A-Hole for the New York Knicks? Let the New York Knicks draft well and build. Let them do what the Yankees did. The Yankees were horrible for a while, and then they got Jeter, and they got Bernie Williams, Posada. Like, let the Knicks build. Let them draft somebody good, and then let them build, and then make a trade in, and all that. Don't be that guy that says, I'm going to New York, I'm going to save the Knicks, because it doesn't happen. We have too many moments in history where we show that doesn't work. And if you fail to study history, you're doomed to repeat it. And for Durant, what I'm looking at here, he's doomed to repeat it. And you never know, like, the problem. And here's what happened when LeBron went to LA. Everybody thought LeBron was LA's savior. He gets hurt. What happens if you get hurt? And then you left the other guy that was supposed to be a star that was coming with you. Now he's by himself for a year. Now everybody's like, should we trade Durant? He's injury prone. The Knicks and the media in New York, they're ruthless. They're cutthroat. So unless you have thick skin and you're not going to have fake burner accounts and all that stuff, don't go to New York. Point blank, period. To play in New York and to play in LA, you have to have that Kobe Bryant mindset. You have to have that Mamba mentality. Some guys just don't have it. I think on the court, Kevin Durant is nasty, but in dealing with the media and everything, the circus that comes with New York, how you have to do pregame interviews. You have to do postgame interviews. You can't opt out of anything. That's not a good relationship that I think that he's going to foster if he tries to go to New York. But that's just my opinion. Let me know if you think Kevin Durant should go to New York or if he should stay with the Golden State Warriors. Hoops Junction, Hoops meets Hoopla. Like, comment, subscribe.